Hey everybody, so here at Geography Now, I work with freelancers every so often, if there's like a motion graphic animation, or if I need someone to help me film something on location, I need a cinematographer to come with me or whatever. I work with freelancers. And if these freelancers are outside of my country, the USA, then usually I have to pay them with some kind of, digital payment method like PayPal or Apple Pay or whatever. And it's so interesting because to this day, I can pay someone in India or Pakistan, but I can't pay someone in North Macedonia or Moldova. Why is that? Let's have a Geogra talk. Hey Geogra peeps, I'm your host Barbs, and oh by golly gosh G-Gillicles, what do I have here? This is a Geography Now t-shirt that you can get at geographynow.com. We have a lot of products on the website, feel free to check them out. We even got like Geography Now drawstring bags. It's a lot of good stuff. Use it, buy it, do whatever you want, I don't care. It's not selling out if it's your brand. Anywho, so this episode is going to be kind of a weird one because it's not like our typical conventional style of videos where we like deep dive into a region of the world and then look at all the maps and stuff. This is more like a topic that I've really been thinking about because it affects a lot of people across the world, but a lot of people don't realize how frustrating it is. So just to give you some context on how I even came across this topic, recently I went on a trip to the Balkans to work on a project about Kosovo that's coming up on this channel. And I met with my number one favorite go-to Balkan guy hailing from the country of North Macedonia, Dimitar, aka Dima. Yes, I know the name North Macedonia is still a title of contention between the Greeks, and they're like, oh no, North Macedonia. Look, I'm just following the 2018 Prespa Agreement title that your country and North Macedonia agreed on, and it's in their constitution. I'm just doing what you guys agreed on, okay? So don't get mad at me for saying what you guys agreed on. North Macedonia, okay? Done. Anywho. So Dima was my cinematographer and navigator throughout this trip. Sometimes he would help me drive when we were going through those super narrow Balkan roads, and we almost died like 8 times, but that's besides the point. We work well together. So after we were done with this project, obviously I wanted to pay him. But as I soon found out, unless I actually did like a cash withdrawal from an ATM, it would be almost impossible to pay him. Why is that? This is the story of the world of FinTech, or financial technology. Ever since the innovation of e-commerce, this world has been increasingly interconnected financially. Today, over 2/3 of all monetary transactions are done through digital payment methods and platforms. Therefore, we are living in a time where the continuity of an entire nation's fiscal stability can oftentimes depend on digital finance, aka paying electronically. Unfortunately, depending on where you are, no matter how big or small your country is, no matter how big or small the economy is, no matter how developed or underdeveloped your country is, you could still have problems with global finance. Because when it comes to e-commerce, it all boils down to policy and accessibility. What does that mean? Let me give you an example. One place I distinctly remember this issue being a problem was when me and my friend Gus visited the disputed area of Transnistria, right next to Moldova. See, here they use their own currency and they have their own digital interface system which does not accept credit cards like Visa or MasterCard. The only way I could actually pay for stuff was to exchange my Moldovan money to Transnistrian rubles and then pay everything with cash. They have their own credit cards too. It's called a rainbow card. It's so weird. It's like nothing works there except for their own thing. And all the other outside platforms and systems don't work there. It was pretty bizarre, I'm not gonna lie. And the crazy thing is like stuff like that, maybe not that extreme, but stuff like that to some degree, it affects a lot of countries across the whole world. And you know what, since I already mentioned him, why don't we just have Dima come in and explain the whole situation from his perspective living in North Macedonia. Dima, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Nice to see you again.
Good. All right, so let me just introduce you to this guy. This is Dima. He's one of my best buddies. He's my go-to Balkan guy, and he's hilarious. He actually just started a YouTube channel, and to this day, he is the very first and only known English exclusive only speaking channel from North Macedonia. He's the only one, and he just started his channel. As of right now, I think he has less than 200, so I don't know. He does funny social commentary. If you think that's your thing, feel free to check out his channel and subscribe to it. Dima, introduce yourself. Let us know who you are.
So, some context about me. I'm 23, and I know I look like I'm 50, but I've been living here all my life. And now, for the last 5 years, I've been living in Skopje, the capital of the country. And I just started my own YouTube channel where I talk about culture, taboo subjects, and drama, and stupid events all around the world. And I just make fun of them, and I compare them to how it is for us in the Balkans. So if you're interested to see a dumbass Balkan dude make fun of your culture and mostly making fun of my culture and comparing it to your culture, maybe check out my channel. Maybe you'll enjoy it.
Okay, so Dima, can you just kind of explain a little bit what exactly is the digital or financial tech sector like? What is it like, at least for you, in North Macedonia, in the Balkans?
First of all, I cannot speak for any other countries around us, but for North Macedonia, it can get pretty freaking intense. For example, we don't have Stripe, we don't have Apple Pay, we don't have Cash App, we don't have Venmo, and for some platforms we have PayPal, but it's limited because we can only send money and we cannot receive money, which is the opposite of what we need, okay? Give us more freaking money! Poverty is getting to us in the Balkans, okay? Help us!
Yeah, he's not joking. I remember, like, Dima has a PayPal account. I tried to pay him. I typed in his account, and then I got this, like, error screen. It's like, you cannot pay this person, go to another user or something. It's like, he can only send money. He can't receive it. What? Okay, Dima, so now explain, what is the banking system like in North Macedonia? And is it integrated with international transactions?
Some banks are slowly starting to integrate, but so far, nothing is officially supported. I mean, we can use Amazon and eBay for online shopping, but a lot of those freaking products, they don't even ship to our addresses. They don't even ship to North Macedonia. So we have to use our local options like ananas.mk. Even for entertainment options, streaming services like HBO and Hulu are not available in our country. And even the PlayStation Store. So if you want to buy video games, you have to create a freaking account in another country using a VPN or some other crazy stuff, or use some kind of a gift card or something. Like, come on, world. Give us a break! Actually, no, don't give us a break. Give us more. Please. So why all of this? First of all, here in Macedonia, we use the Macedonian dinar, which is not a fully convertible currency, which is seen as a liquidity risk. So most digital platforms prefer countries that are more stable on the forex exchange. Also, we are a candidate for joining the EU, but it is a slow process of getting everything regulated, which means we are a small market and there's sadly low incentive to invest or integrate. Sometimes our country is seen as high risk for scoring in compliance and fraud. I don't know why I did these, because sadly it's factual. And because of this, the North Macedonian banking system infrastructure is not completely integrated with financial tech programs and platforms. The licensing and regulations constantly get delayed, which prevents deploying these kinds of digital platforms, which means we get no freaking money. And we need it so desperately. Because, you know, we need to build up our tourism sector because you want to visit North Macedonia, right? Right?
So what are the digital platforms that you can use, and how can you receive international money, if at all?
The platforms we can use that work best are Wise, Payoneer, Skrill, Paysend, which sadly a lot of people don't really know that they exist because we're not that digitally smart, at least not most of us, okay? Otherwise, most people have to figure out a way to get paid with international transfers, for example, like MoneyGram, which sadly charges fees. And guess what poor people need more? More fees. So yeah, it is pretty hard and disappointing when it comes to making money in this country, and hope you found this interesting. Back to you, Barbs.
Thank you, Dima. Once again, check out his channel if you want. He's a hilarious guy. He's always doing commentary on topical things. Check him out. So all that being said, what would it take for a nation to be accepted in this finance system? So not all countries are the same. Some countries have less or more of these factors, but in general, here are some of the things you need to be accepted on a global finance system. Your country needs an IBAN, or an international banking account number. This is essential for cross-border interactions. An API, or application programming interface. This basically connects your country digitally with all the financial transactions. It sets up all the rules and protocol for different software applications to communicate with each other. It's like a digital bridge that shares data and secures it. Licensing and compliance. Countries must provide a clear legal path for fintechs to operate, anti-money laundering, and know your customer laws. These must be modern and standardized for platforms like PayPal and Apple Pay and all that stuff. Like, they require these. Data protection laws, or GDRP, General Data Protection Regulation. This builds international trust. As Dima mentioned, a stable national currency, ideally one on the Forex exchange, as well as low inflation, and finally, political alignment. If your country is generally diplomatically okay, then you'll probably be more preferred to integrate in the finance system. This is why we witnessed the SWIFT and Stripe ban from Russia during the Russia-Ukraine war. Many of their services were either completely blocked or heavily restricted, especially after all the sanctions were imposed. So yeah, that's a thing that can happen even in the finance sector. What it basically boils down to is your country showing signs of being trustworthy with their money? And are they willing to integrate things technologically? Do they have the capacity to do such a thing? And do they look like they're not someone who's going to crash and burn? That's basically what's going to get you in the finance sector globally. And it kind of sucks because even though our global market has become very integrated almost in every corner of the world, there are still some places that are kind of struggling in regards to integrating their finance system due to all these diplomatic measures and trust issues. It's just, I wish the system was easier for some of these people because they need help, you know? And Dima's my friend and I don't want him to starve and die because that would suck. He'll be fine. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, this was a weird topical video and I want to open up the floor to you guys. Like, are any of you guys from these like fintech restricted countries, and what is it like for you? How is it like getting remittance money abroad, or can you even do it at all? It's so complicated depending on where you are in the world, but I want to hear from you guys if any of you guys are from these countries, or if you know anybody, or if you have family in these countries. Let us know what the whole situation is like. In the meantime, I might need to download one of those weird what was it, Payoneer or something? Dima, you're killing me, man. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and I hope it helps you think about something, alright? If not, I failed at my job, but I'll find a way to move on. Cheers, stay cool, stay tuned.